What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different strategies on how to defeat the 7-star Mewtwo for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in just one hit. That's right, we got 3 different one-hit KO strategies that you can utilize online with your friends so you can easily farm the upcoming Mewtwo. And of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider joining the Pan Fam today by hitting that join channel member button below. Now, our first one-hit KO strat is going to involve Hoopa Unbound. And Hoopa Unbound is going to be the strongest dark type that is in the game code at the moment. And we're going to be giving Hoopa the life orb. I would recommend Dark Terra. You don't actually need it for this strat, but just in general, if you wanted to potentially solo it, you could also do it with this build as well. We're gonna be going max HP, max special attack, modest nature, and nasty plot is gonna be necessary for this to work out. And we're gonna be using Dark Pulse as our killing move here, as that's the best dark type special move that Hoopa Unbound gets. Now, the 3 supporters you want to run with the Hoopa strat is going to be Mew, and I do recommend running Mew with Shell Bell just for that HP sustain. And we're gonna be going max HP, max Spadef with a plus Spadef nature. I prefer a calm nature in that regard, just so you have that extra bulk and you survive. And the 3 important moves that you really need on this Mew is going to be Helping Hand, Acid Spray, and Struggle Bug. The last move you can put in Pollen Puff, but for the strategy, you're actually not even going to use this move, so it's up to you. But I think Pollen Puff is just a really good 4th move for all support Mews going for this Mewtwo raid. Now, for this strategy, it's going to take 3 turns to knock out the Mewtwo. So the Hoopa player is going to have Life Orb, and they're going to Nasty Plot on the first 2 turns, and then they're going to use Dark Pulse. While the Mew players are going to all turn 1 Struggle Bug. The reason why I want Struggle Bug is because it's going to lower the special attack set of the Mewtwo by -3 if all the Mews do it, which means no one's going to die for this raid. It's like pure safety strat. And then turn 2, all the Mews are going to hit Acid Spray, making it so the Mewtwo is at -6 Spadef. And then on turn 3, player 2 is going to use Attack Cheer. Player 3 is going to use Helping Hand onto the Hoopa Unbound player. And then player 4 sort of can do anything they want. You can use a Defense Cheer, you can use a Heal Cheer, you can use Struggle Bug. It doesn't really matter because at this point, it's a guaranteed one-hit KO. And of course, the Mewtwo is not going to be at full HP at this point because you did hit it with 3 Struggle Bugs, 3 Acid Sprays. So you don't even need to do 100% damage to get the KO. But at times 35 HP, which I do think the Mewtwo is probably going to be times 30, but just in case it is times 35, you still get the guaranteed one-hit KO. It's going to do 108 to 127% of the HP of the Mewtwo. So that's perfect. So this is, in my opinion, the best strategy of all the ones I'm presenting here because it works on times 30 and times 35 100% of the time. Now, I recognize the difficulty is not every player is going to have Hoopa Unbound, so that's what these other strategies are for. Now, our next one-turn KO strat is going to involve Galarian Moltres, and Galarian Moltres is going to be very good as well. We're going to be going with Life Orb as our held item, and max HP, max special attack, modest nature. Now, Moltres has a really good ability called Berserk. It's going to increase your special attack stat by 1 when your HP goes down by 50% or less. And we can actually exploit that and actually get us to +5 on a turn 3 kill. And the only 2 moves you really need on the Moltres is going to be Nasty Plot and Fiery Wrath. Fiery Wrath is the signature move of Moltres here. So it does 10 more damage than Dark Pulse, and that 10 damage is going to matter a lot here. Now, the supporter is going to be the exact same as before. It's going to be that Mew with the Shell Bell, max HP, max Spadef with the Calm Nature. And you're going to have the same and 3 important moves, Helping Hand, Acid Spray, and Struggle Bug. Once again, Pollen Puff is just a great 4th move to fill out the moveset. Now, the Moltres strat is nearly identical to the Hoopa strat. There's a couple of key differences, though. The Moltres is very similar to Hoopa. Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath, very easy. The Mews, instead of going for Struggle Bug on turn 1, you're going to go for Acid Spray on turn 1. The reason is you don't want to lower that Mewtwo special attack. Moltres can take these hits very well, almost too well, and you want the Berserk trigger, right? Because when you're under 50%, you're going to get the Berserk trigger, and that's actually going to allow Moltres to hit that +5 instead of just sitting at +4. So we don't want to lower that special attack too early. So by turn 3, when Mewtwo attacks Moltres on turn 3, that'll be enough damage for the Berserk ability to trigger, giving us an additional +1 to our special attack, putting us at +5 overall. So very simple for the Mews. Acid Spray turn 1, turn 2 Struggle Bug, player 2 Attack Shear, player 3 Helping Hand onto the Moltres, and then player 4 can do sort of whatever. They can go for like Struggle Bug, Defense Cheer, Heal Cheer, whatever. Now you notice in the calc that at times 35 HP on the Mewtwo, this is not necessarily going to always get that one turn KO, but things to recognize: ones, if it is times 30, it works. But if it's times 35, worst case scenario, in my opinion, you already did damage with the Acid Spray and the Struggle Bug, so that is going to definitely do at the very least 3% damage, because the lowest possible roll is getting a 97% of its max life. And with that additional damage on top of it, that would be enough to knock out the Mewtwo. So this is still going to be a phenomenal strat. If you don't have Hoopa, then definitely go with the Galarian Moltres. Now we're changing up the script here, and we're going to go with Scizor as a potential one-turn KO strategy. And Scizor with Life Orb is going to be necessary. And we're going to be running max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature with Technician. Technician doesn't actually matter too much for this strategy. For the solo, it would matter a lot more. And the only two important moves you need is Xizor and Swords Dance. Unfortunately, Technician does not boost Pounce to do more damage than Xizor. If only Scizor learned Bug Bite in Gen 9, then that would definitely be the better move. Now, supporter is actually going to be different. We're going to have to go with Muck, Alolan Muck in this case. Because one, Alolan Muck is that dark poison, making it so you are immune to psychic attacks, and you have a lot of Spadef and bulk. The big thing is Mew does not learn Screech, and we need a good Screech user, and this is going to be the best Screech user for this raid. I do recommend Wide Lens, so your Screeches are going to be 94% accurate. Max HP, Max Spadef, Calm Nature, and Screech, Helping Hand, and Snarl are going to be your main three moves here. I would also recommend Acid Spray, just because I would say Alolan Muck is the second best supporter for this raid in general. So if you don't have a support Mew, then build an Alolan Muck as well, because this covers pretty much everything. Now, the Scizor strat is definitely not as good as the Moltres or the Hoopa Unbound, but it's still a viable strat nonetheless. So Scizor is going to Swords Dance, and Xizor with Life Orb. Turn 1, the Alolan Mucks are going to all hit Snarl. Snarl's actually going to be a 100% accurate move because they are holding Wide Lens. So this is going to guarantee survivability for the Scizor. And then on turn 2, all of the Mucks are going to hit Screech. Hopefully you all hit to get that -6. Then player 2 Muck is going to hit Attack Cheer. Player 3 is going to use Helping Hand onto the Scizor. And then player 4 is actually going to go for Screeches, just in case one of the Screeches missed. We'll have an Alolan Muck make sure it hits his Screech, so it stays at that -6 defense on the Mewtwo. Now, this calc only works 31.3% of the time, but also something to remember: 1, Snarl will do some damage, so it will increase the percentage. 2, this 100% works if it is times 30 on Mewtwo. It is times 30 HP on the Mewtwo. This is 100% going to work every time. But if it is times 35, this is like the worst case scenario. This is what we are looking at. So I wouldn't actually recommend this strategy to most people. I would definitely recommend getting the Galarian Moltres or the Hoopa Unbound, but I figured this was worth sharing. You could potentially wait for a turn 4. If this was a turn 4 strat and you go for another Swords Dance on turn 3, then this is going to 100% work on times 35. But the thing is, we just don't know if turn 4 is too slow in general. But just something to keep in mind with this Scizor strat. But once again, I would recommend the Hoopa being number 1, then the Moltres, and the Scizor. Now, in an upcoming video, I will be showcasing a one-turn KO strategy that 100% works on times 30 Mewtwo on turn 1. That's going to be really good and works most of the time as well. So tune to the channel for that video. And of course, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.